The electric vehicle revolution has gained momentum, broken records, and set the stage for a greener future. But the industry hit a snag in the first quarter of 2024 as sales figures reveal a marked slowdown. What's causing this counterintuitive trend? Is it a momentary stumble or a sign of more profound challenges? Join us as we delve into this unexpected development and explore its implications for the future of transportation. Electric vehicles have been steadily increasing in popularity over the past few years, driven by environmental concerns, government incentives, and improved battery technology. Companies such as Tesla and Nissan have been leading the charge in electric vehicle production, while other major automakers such as Ford, BMW, and Volkswagen are also investing heavily in electric vehicles. EVs have gained widespread appeal among consumers due to their low operating costs, conveniences such as home charging, and sleek futuristic designs. One of the primary drivers of electric vehicle growth has been concerns about climate change and the need for cleaner, more sustainable transportation options. Governments worldwide have established incentives and regulations to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles. Improvements in battery technology, such as increased energy density and faster charging times, have made electric vehicles more practical and user-friendly, further fueling their growth in the market. Electric vehicle sales have been on the rise in recent years, with sales in the U.S. growing from roughly 16,000 in 2011 to over 330,000 in 2019, according to the International Energy Agency. While the U.S. remains a significant market for electric vehicles, China and Europe have also seen substantial growth in recent years, with China accounting for nearly half of all the electric vehicles sold worldwide. According to data from the U.S. Department of Energy, electric vehicle sales dropped by approximately 20% compared to the same period in 2023. In China, electric vehicle sales also declined by approximately 15%. Analysts attribute the slowdown to a combination of factors, including reduced government subsidies and market saturation. These figures represent a significant slowdown compared to previous quarters when electric vehicle sales were growing rapidly. So what are the reasons for the slowdown in sales? The COVID-19 pandemic and other economic factors have reduced consumer spending power and led to lower demand for electric vehicles. Additionally, economic uncertainty has deterred some consumers from making large purchases like electric vehicles. Despite the growing popularity of electric vehicles, they still represent a niche segment of the overall automotive market, and consumer preferences may be shifting back towards conventional vehicles, especially with recent improvements in fuel efficiency. Also, some analysts believe that the electric vehicle market may have reached a point of saturation, with the market becoming increasingly competitive and consumers becoming more selective. This has contributed to the slowdown in sales as consumers become more discerning and less willing to make impulse purchases. As mentioned earlier, government subsidies have played a significant role in the growth of the electric vehicle market. Still, recent reductions in these subsidies have contributed to the slowdown in sales. The Chinese government has scaled back its electric vehicle subsidies, reducing consumers' incentives to purchase these vehicles. This has had a significant impact on the market, as China accounts for a large portion of global electric vehicle sales. The U.S. government's tax credits for electric vehicles have also started to phase out for certain manufacturers, like Tesla and General Motors, impacting the demand for these vehicles. The implications of this trend will be far-reaching for the electric vehicle industry and the broader automotive market. The slowdown in sales will force electric vehicle manufacturers to reassess their strategies, focusing on cost reduction, product innovation, and market diversification. The slowdown in sales also indicates a shift in consumer preferences, with some consumers becoming more cautious about electric vehicles due to concerns about cost, range, and infrastructure. It would provide an opening for traditional automakers to reassert their dominance in the market, especially as they continue to develop more fuel-efficient and eco-friendly internal combustion engine vehicles. The automotive market would become more volatile as consumer preferences shift and new technologies emerge. Also, the slowdown in electric vehicle sales could have several implications for manufacturers. Manufacturers must find ways to reduce costs and improve efficiencies to offset declining sales and remain competitive. They must also diversify their product lines to appeal to a broader range of consumers, including developing hybrid or plug-in hybrid vehicles. They should seek out strategic partnerships or mergers to gain access to new technologies, markets, or resources. These implications highlight the complex nature of the electric vehicle market and the need for industry players to stay agile and adapt to changing conditions. Can anything be done to save the EV market? There are several potential solutions that could address the sales decline and help rejuvenate the electric vehicle market. Offering more creative financing options, such as lease-to-own or subscription models, could make electric vehicles more affordable and accessible for consumers. Continued improvements in battery technology could increase the range and performance of electric vehicles, making them more appealing to consumers. Investments in charging infrastructure in urban and rural areas could also make electric vehicles more convenient and practical for consumers. It's also important to consider the role of policy and regulation in shaping the electric vehicle market. Governments can play a significant role in encouraging the adoption of electric vehicles through incentives and mandates. Renewed government support for electric vehicles, such as tax credits or subsidies, could stimulate demand and help overcome some barriers to adoption. Governments could also consider adopting policies that mandate the phase-out of internal combustion engine vehicles, creating a more favorable environment for electric vehicles. Yes, policy can play a critical role in driving the adoption of electric vehicles. Another aspect to consider is the role of social and cultural factors in shaping consumer preferences. Electric vehicles are still relatively new and unfamiliar to many consumers, and changing attitudes towards sustainability and environmentalism could significantly impact their adoption. Raising awareness about the environmental benefits of electric vehicles, such as reduced emissions and lower fuel costs, could help change attitudes and drive consumer demand. The future of electric vehicles is far from certain, but there are several reasons to believe that they will bounce back in the coming years. Advances in battery technology, vehicle design, and charging infrastructure will likely make electric vehicles more practical and appealing to consumers. Also, growing concerns about climate change and the environmental impact of traditional vehicles would drive more consumers toward electric vehicles. Emerging technologies such as autonomous vehicles and vehicle-to-grid systems will create new opportunities for electric vehicles and stimulate consumer interest. The electric vehicle market is complex and dynamic, with a mix of opportunities and challenges. However, the potential benefits and innovations are too great to ignore. With the EV market unstable, it could be tough to project precisely what will happen in 5 or 10 years, but we would like to make predictions based on current trends and advancements. By 2034, the global EV market is expected to be much larger and more diverse, with a greater variety of EV models available from a broader range of manufacturers. As battery technology continues to improve, range anxiety may become less of a concern, and fast charging stations could become more widespread, making EVs more convenient and practical for long-distance travel. Also, some countries may mandate the phase-out of internal combustion engine vehicles by 2035 or earlier, while others may impose stricter emission standards or provide additional incentives for EV adoption. This could create a patchwork of policies across different countries and regions, potentially impacting EV manufacturers and consumers. The regulatory landscape is just one piece of the puzzle regarding the EV market. Let's also consider the potential impact of new business models, such as ride-hailing services and car-sharing programs on EV adoption. For instance, companies like Uber and Lyft may transition their fleets to EVs to reduce operating costs and appeal to environmentally conscious consumers. This could create new demand for EVs and stimulate growth in the market, especially in urban areas where public transportation is already widely used. While the recent slowdown in electric vehicle sales has certainly caused ripples in the automotive industry, it's important to remember that change is rarely linear. The path toward a more sustainable future will be filled with challenges, setbacks, opportunities, and innovations. The electric vehicle market has the potential to revolutionize the way we move and the way we live. So stay tuned, stay informed, and embrace the challenges and the promise of a brighter, greener future. So what do you think about this news? Do you project a rise in sales over the next few months, or do you see a further drop in sales? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching.